side. I'm so glad that we're all here in person. Welcome to Sierra College, Nevada County campus. This is our commencement ceremony, and of course it is a beautiful day, and I'm so glad that we can all gather here together to celebrate our student graduates. My name is Stephanie Ortiz. I'm the Executive Dean of this campus. Let us begin by welcoming Sierra College alum Jane Sinclair, who will sing the first stanza of the national anthem. And as Miss Sinclair is joining us on stage, if I could please have everyone stand for the singing of the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Jane, thank you so much. I don't know about you, but I kind of wanted to sing along. You know, go ahead and have a seat, please. I have a few announcements for us as we start our program today. Just a reminder to please silence all cell phones and other electronic devices during the ceremony. Thank you. And I'd like to say a few words about the graduation regalia. I'd like to acknowledge that some graduates are wearing different ceremonial embellishments as part of their cap and gown regalia. These embellishments signify a variety of accomplishments, such as high GPA, honors courses, military service, and participation in specific learning communities. Please take a moment to read about the regalia significance in the back of your program and recognize these special accomplishments. Regarding photo opportunities, Ultimate Exposures will be providing professional photography. They'll photograph each graduate as they receive their diplomas. The firm will then send a free color copy of each proof to the graduate with an option to purchase additional photographs. There are multiple locations on this beautiful campus for family and friends to take photos after the ceremony. Please join us at the reception after the ceremony on the west end of campus, where you'll find some excellent photo opportunities. I'd now like to introduce Mr. William H. Duncan IV, President Superintendent of Sierra College.
Thank you for that polite applause. Before I get started, you guys mind helping me with something? I want to get a selfie. I've got a tradition of doing this at commencement. I've never done it here at NCC, so I want to do it tonight. So if you guys are willing to help me with that, I'm going to get this going right now. I am a hand, you're right. That's why you love me. All right. You ready?
Ready. Do a crowd cut. Crowd cut.
All right, we got it. Thank you for that. That'll be on my social media, but it'll be on the college's social media later, so you can check it out, share it, grab the picture if you want. Hopefully you can see yourself in it. Okay. Sorry, thanks for indulging me in that. So now I'll get serious. So on behalf of the Board of Trustees and the faculty and the staff of Sierra College, it's really my pleasure to introduce or to welcome you all here tonight to the Nevada County ceremony for graduation for commencement. It's a real pleasure to be here, and I'm going to introduce to you the folks that are seated on stage because I want you to understand who they are. And so I'll start with our trustees that are elected to represent the district and set the policy for the college. And so I'm really proud to be able to introduce those that are with us tonight. Nancy Palmer. Carrie Dawson-Bartley. Bob Romness. I also want to introduce the vice presidents of the college who are also on stage tonight. Rebecca Bakikio, Vice President of Instruction. Ryan Davis, Vice President of Human Resources. Eric Skinner, Vice President of Administrative Services. And James Todd, Vice President of Student Services. And then you've already met our Executive Dean of the Nevada County campus, Steph Ortiz. So I can't tell you how pleased I am to be back together with you in person. It's been 2 years since we've had to have, since we've been able to have an in-person graduation. And I can't tell you, it'll be too soon if I ever hear the words virtual commencement again. We did that. But I'm really glad to be back in person. There's really something special about a graduation ceremony. And we do 3 ceremonies for graduation at Sierra College. We do a Truckee graduation for our Tahoe Truckee Center, and then we did that this morning. And then we do a graduation ceremony here, and then we do one at the bigger campus in Rockland. And they're all unique celebrations, but they're all really about the same thing, and that's celebrating our graduates for the accomplishment that they've done. And I think it's just really important that we pause on a day like today. You know, having lost the ability to do this for 2 years, I think we need to take a moment and kind of take this moment in. Ceremony is important. Honoring what you've done and what you've accomplished is important. And it really helps us to be able to just be in the moment, be present right now, and kind of reflect and recognize what you've accomplished. The family and friends that are here with you today that supported you through all of this and got you to this stage. Think about that. Think about what the meaning of that is tonight as we're here. I know that wind's going to blow your hats off, huh? I have a bald head under here, so it's kind of like just stuck on for me. Most of you have, you've endured, sleepless nights to try to get your education done. You've studied late, you've worked on your papers, you've tried to meet deadlines. Not always, but tried hard to meet them. The stress of balancing school and life and family and all of those things that happen, on top of it adding a pandemic and everything we were dealing with as a society, and that we hadn't learned to deal with any of those kinds of things before. So, take a deep breath right now and be recognized by your faculty who are seated here today, the administration of your college, the board, the leadership of the college. We're recognizing you for your accomplishment, and enjoy that tonight. As students, you've had to negotiate probably the most unique time that students have ever had to negotiate, at least in our recent history. I don't think any of us were prepared for exactly how this was all going to play out. And, whether you liked online classes or not, you were forced into them. You had to become an expert in Zoom. Who even knew what a Zoom was before this? But you know what? Something amazing happened in all of this. Tonight, our 3 commencements together is the largest graduating class in Sierra College history. Some somehow, through all of the adversity, you found a way to persevere. You found a way to overcome any challenges you were facing, and you succeeded, and you accomplished your educational goals. Congratulations for that. As I reflect upon the past year, I'm immensely grateful to work with such a dedicated group of faculty and staff that we have here at Sierra College. I hope as students you've felt their commitment to your success. We have all dedicated our careers and our lives to the pursuit of learning and teaching. It's immensely gratifying for us to stand with you today as you receive your degrees that we're going to bestow upon you. We really appreciate the ability to be able to do that. For most of you, this is going to be the end of your time with us here at Sierra College. Although I'm always amazed at how many students continue on with us after I see them at graduation to take another class or come back to get a second degree or to work on another skill that they wanted to get. And you know what? That's fantastic. That's okay. That's actually the beauty of community colleges. That's what we're here for. We're here to serve our community. You can come and you can go as many times as you want in your life, and we will always be here for you for when you need something to boost you in your educational journey. Many of you here tonight are the first in your families to graduate from college. What an amazing accomplishment. That is amazing. Many of you are traditional college students who've just joined us right out of high school. Your mom might have made you come, but you joined us right out of high school. Some of you are even younger than that. I know we've got 10 Godot students graduating today. Fantastic. Getting their high school diploma and a degree from Sierra College. But many of you are older. You've come back to education a little bit later. You're feeling that. In fact, of our whole graduating class from our three centers that I mentioned, over 22% of our graduates are over 30 years old. And our average age is 26. Many of you already have families and careers. And it's never too late to work on your education, to better yourself, to strive for that next goal, to look for something that you want to accomplish and to go and get it. And that's what we're here to help you do. What every one of you has in common, no matter what your background, no matter how you got here to us, what you have in common is the value you've placed on getting an education. Education not only changes your life, but it changes the lives of the people around you. It changes the lives of your family for generations to come. No matter what you do next, you've accomplished something that nobody can take away from you. You've gotten an education. But the real value is the transformation that occurs within you, that you take with you as you leave us here at Sierra College. All of you who are graduating have become a part of the Sierra College Wolverine family. I encourage you to stay a part of our family even after graduation, stay engaged in our activities, attend events on campus, or join our alumni association, and stay connected with your fellow graduates, and support the next generation of students that are coming in after you. If you accomplish something in your life, give back so that other students can accomplish the same thing as you. I hope that as you graduate today, our relationship with you has only begun. Thank you. So I mentioned to you our Board of Trustees, and I introduced them to you. We have a really large district. It's 3,200 square miles, all of Nevada County, all of Placer County, a couple other counties mixed in there too. And our trustees all represent our entire district. But they get elected from one area within our district. And it's really important because they represent that area to make sure that that area, when the board is making decisions, that the interests of that area are heard. So tonight, you're going to get to hear from your trustee from this area, Nancy Palmer.
Thank you, Willie. On behalf of the Board of Trustees of Sierra College, I want to say congratulations on this very important day of your life. As of tomorrow, you will have closed the chapter of your life. Your days here at Sierra will be over. I would like to send you off with just a few words. Years ago, someone gave me an article out of a magazine. I don't know who the author was, but I have kept it all these years. Every now and then I pull it out and reread it, and it still hits the mark for today as it did many years ago. So I would like to share it with you, and it's called Maturity. Maturity is many things to many people. It's the ability to base the judgment on the big picture. It means being able to resist the urge for immediate results and opt for the course that will pay off in the future. It's the ability to sweat out a project or a situation in spite of heavy opposition and stick with it until it's done, complete, finished. It's the ability to control your anger and settle differences without violence or destruction. The mature person can face frustration and defeat without collapsing or complaining. You know you can't have your way all the time, so grow up and face it. You know when to compromise and when not to be too proud to say, I give in. Maturity is the ability to live up to your responsibilities, and this means being dependable. It means keeping your word. Do you mean what you say, and do you say what you mean? Unfortunately, the world is full of people who can't be counted on. When you need them most, they're always among the missing. They break promises and always come up with alibis. They show up late or not at all. Their lives are a maze of former friends, unfinished business, and unfinished people that have things to do. They're always a day late and a dollar short. Maturity is the ability to make a decision and stand by it. Action requires courage. Without courage in life, very little is accomplished. It's the ability to harness your strengths, your energies, and do more than is expected. You never settle for average. You'd rather aim high and miss it than aim low and make it. Maturity is the art of living in peace, knowing there's some things we will never in our life change. The courage to change things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. When you start thinking about your future, you must have some type of goal. But that goal will change many times in your life. Make choices today and tomorrow that will always push your goal forward. Let go of things that won't work for you. That includes bad habits, toxic friends, old habits, and grudges, and awful relationships. Don't be afraid to fail. Success is built on failure. If you don't keep asking questions, you'll never find out what the answer really is. Pay attention to what really matters to you. Your gut. You go by it. You live by it. You set the tone for your own achievements. If you truly believe you can do something, you will find a way to do it. In closing, there are several short phases that you can use the rest of your life, and they are: please, thank you, I'm sorry, You are so kind. Many times in your life, you will run into people and they will not care how much you know. They will only care that you care for them. The Board of Trustees congratulates you and wish you joy and happiness in your journey through life. Thank you. And now I have the pleasure of introducing someone else who's leaving Sierra. But she's leaving Sierra after 25 years. Stephanie came to Sierra College in 1991 as a part-time faculty member. In a few years, she became a full-time faculty member. Pretty soon, they made her Dean of Business and Instructions in the business department. They soon recognized what a star she really was, and they made her the Dean. And in 2009, she came here to be our Executive Dean of Nevada County campus. When she accepted the job, she and her husband moved here, bought a house, and became one of us. Her husband, Larry, also teaches at Sierra College, and I might say they kind of have it in their blood. Having this job is no 8-hour day here. It's 24/7. Whether it's the crisis that comes in Nevada County, whether it's snow or fire or wind, the first thing they do is say, call Stephanie. Call Stephanie. Sometimes I think the fire department and the police department have Stephanie on direct call.
Yeah.
But she handles every situation with her cool, calm attitude. And she thinks for a while and she says, yeah, we can do this. She's become active in so many of our organizations here, holding office in several. You've probably seen her all around town, and she's always on the phone. The radio, KNCO, talking about Sierra. We've been very fortunate to have her here for 13 years. But now she's retiring and moving to a new chapter of her life. And it is my honor to introduce you to Stephanie Ortiz, our Executive Dean. And before I leave, this is a gift to Stephanie from the district.
I need to collect myself. Thank you. I want to thank our Board of Trustees, particularly Ms. Palmer, for these kind words. President, Superintendent Willie Duncan, all of the vice presidents behind me, my boss, Dr. Rebecca Botiquio, a tremendous boss. I wish all of the student graduates here the kind of career that I've had. It has been such a blessing. It's been a blessing to serve Western Nevada County as the Executive Dean of this campus. Thank you all very much. would like to introduce our graduate, Aubrey Teckham, who's going to be giving the student address. Aubrey has served with distinction this year as our Student Government Vice President representing this campus. Please come up, Aubrey.
Thank you, Stephanie. Good evening. My name is Aubrey Teckham, and I'm the Vice President of the Nevada County Campus Associated Students of Sierra College. I have a unique relationship with Sierra College, as I've attended here for the past 4 years as a Godoti Early College High School student. For those that do not know, Godoti is a high school program on the Nevada County campus that allows high school students to be enrolled in Sierra throughout high school and have the opportunity to graduate with an associate's degree alongside their high school diploma, all for free. To be honest, I never planned on being here at graduation, receiving an associate's degree at the end of my senior year of high school. When I enrolled in Professor Kassler's Spanish 1 class, I was just there to meet my language requirement. However, I had a very different experience than I had planned. Professora was encouraging and supportive of me and my fellow classmates as we learned the Spanish language. After Spanish 2, and with Profesora's words of encouragement, I enrolled in the next Spanish course, and the next, and the next. During this time, I crossed paths with another influential professor, Dr. Nathan Conkle. He is the reason that I am on this stage today. After completing his English 1A class, he invited me to be a peer tutor for his class, opening the door for me to join the amazing Learning Commons team. The staff and tutors here are passionate about helping students succeed and learn. And while tutoring, he invited me to join the ASSC. ASSC has been one of the best experiences for me at Sierra College. I have had the opportunity to grow closer with my fellow senators and bring campus back to life with them. We were able to host Earth Day for the first time in over 2 years with almost 20 community organizations, volunteers, and vendors. Our new Learning Commons was also able to host their first finals jam since the pandemic with the support of the ASSC senators and the amazing staff and tutors. Our campus lacked the spirit and events of a true college community while we were learning and working remotely. But with the ASSC senators, with the guidance of Dr. Conkle, we're able to restore that energy. Sierra College professors, students, and faculty have provided me and my fellow graduates with the utmost support, and I'm confident in the skills they have taught us. They made it their mission to encourage us to persevere to chase our dreams. As the famous author C.S. Lewis said, "You are never too old to set another goal or chase another dream." Students here come from all walks of life. Some of us came here while in high school, right out of high school, returned from the workforce, or just wanted to attend college for the fun of learning. Whether you are transferring to a four-year university, joining the workforce, or will continue at Sierra for more, we have been well prepared for our journeys ahead. In our tool belts, we have the skills to work towards success earned by our time at Sierra, especially for students that attended during the pandemic. Thank you to the counselors that guided us, professors that taught us, tutors that reinforced our learning, and family and friends that supported us. Congratulations, graduates, and best of luck on the paths to your dreams.
Thank you, Ms. Teckham. That was lovely. And, you know, I want to underscore, we just have an absolutely terrific faculty and staff here. These people, many of them are sitting right over to my right. They are so dedicated and really just want the very best for our students, and you all are proof of that. So this, believe it or not, is our 23rd graduating class. I want you to know that. Amazing. In fact, this year we're celebrating our 25th anniversary as a campus. It has been a fast 25 years. Isn't that, for those of you who lived in the community a while, you might remember when this was a hillside where the audience is sitting right now, and some would remember as far back as when this whole area was, I believe, pear orchards. Am I right? Okay, pear orchards? I got it right. Good. And some people even remember playing around here as kids through the pear orchard. So, to continue on, commencement, this is the best day of the year for faculty and staff. We have been gratified to help support students to achieve their goals, whether those goals were transfer, earning valuable skills for the workplace, or supporting lifelong learning interests. This really defines the work and effort of our careers in higher education. And the degrees you receive today are the culmination of your determination, commitment, and persistence. I'm sure those of you in the audience will let me spend a little bit of time bragging about this particular graduating class. We have 305 graduates at this campus in this particular academic year, with 70 participating in this commencement. These graduates are receiving 552 degrees and certificates. 44% of our graduates are on the president's list, 30% are on the dean's list. So they're graduating, so many graduating with honors. I'd also like to add that Nevada County campus students earned almost 1/4 of all Sierra College scholarships this year, and you only make up 10% of the entire district population. Pretty good. Congratulations. Though your educational goals may have been different from your fellow students, you all share personal stories of how you have improved and persisted because of attending Sierra. Some of you have pursued the so-called traditional college track of taking classes for 2 years or so. Others of you have attended part-time or have returned to college after time away from your educations. Some of you have participated in our student government, like Ms. Teckham, as well as clubs, taken honors courses, and, as mentioned, received scholarships. You've worked full-time and attended night or online classes, certainly plenty of online classes in recent years. Many of you have children, take care of parents or other family members in need, served our country in the military. I want to share a few brief student stories that underscore the drive and persistence our graduates demonstrate to get to this important day. I have their permission to share their stories with you. One of our students celebrating her graduation today joined Sierra College a few years ago out of high school. She took some courses she thought she might be interested in, but ended up feeling lost and struggled in her classes. So she took a semester off, worked, and did some self-exploration. She returned in the spring of 2020 and worked with her counselor to consider different career options. As of the next fall, she had finished all of her courses, earned a degree, and was ready to transfer to the university level. That's a lot to do in that short amount of time. She also had worked her way up in her employment at a local elementary school while she continues her college education. Another student celebrating graduation joined Sierra College as a reentry student in her 30s. Prior to enrolling at Sierra College, she and her newborn baby were housing insecure for, in fact, several months, and they struggled to survive. She decided to start her own business cleaning houses, along with caring for her young child, but she knew she wanted more. When she started at Sierra College, she joined programs that she knew would give her extra support given her personal circumstances. She started off with a few classes, which gave her confidence, and by her second semester, she became a full-time student, another big accomplishment. She has finished her Associate of Science degree in just 2 years. Yeah. This fall, she will attend Chico State University. Just last week, another student said, and I quote, "Seeing all of these students graduating who have children is extremely encouraging. I thought I was the only one who is a mom." two groups of students deserve special mention. One group is made up of historically underserved and underrepresented college-going students who participated in special programs such as EOPS, CalWorks, CARE, Next Up for former foster youth, Veteran Services, and Disabled Students Programs and Services. This year we have 58 of those graduates from these programs. You may note many of these students are proudly wearing stoles representing their programs for this evening's commencement. Another group of students we've briefly already mentioned, they deserve acknowledgement. They're our student graduates in our Godoti Early College High School program. Of the 30 graduating high school seniors, you've heard that 10 of them are here today celebrating this commencement, earning their associate's degrees along with their high school diplomas. An amazing accomplishment. What you graduates all share is the desire to better yourselves through education. Through this decision, you have improved not only yourselves, but by extension your family, community, and society. I'm sure that the faculty and staff will agree with me when I state that you graduates have wisdom in deciding to study at community college. From talking with several of you, you have found your experiencing challenging and rigorous, but also supportive. We regularly hear from graduates who return to visit after they transfer that community college was where they received their very best education. You've heard me already reference community college education to build for transfer, build skills for the workplace, and lifelong learning. I so appreciated a faculty member's enhanced view of this, though, that community college offers the space to imagine a whole new self. In fact, our college's tagline now is, "You can," recognizing that going to college improves one's life. You now can move forward. You will move forward. Just as you face challenges so far in college, you'll continue to face them. When you do, consider this advice, credited to the great Eastern Taoist philosopher Lao Tzu. Be careful what you water your dreams with. Water them with worry and fear, and you will produce weeds that choke the life from your dream. Water them with optimism and solutions, and you will cultivate success. Always be on the lookout for ways to turn a problem into an opportunity for success. Always be on the lookout for ways to nurture your dreams. So pursue your dreams. I want you to feel optimistic and hopeful about your future because of the perseverance, intelligence, and work ethic you've demonstrated while here at Sierra. Continuing on with our program, it is my pleasure to introduce Dr. Nathan Conkle, Professor of English. Dr. Conkle was honored this year by the Associated Students of Sierra College as Faculty Member of the Year for the Nevada County campus. Dr. Conkle wears many hats on this campus, such as contributing his time as the faculty liaison to the student government, serving in college participatory governance, and of course teaching with enthusiasm and a student-centered focus. I now invite Dr. Conkle to give the faculty address.
Why, hello, Sierra Scholars. First, let me offer my heartfelt congratulations for graduating during a global pandemic. Yeah, if your experience was similar to mine, the global pandemic made everything tougher. With COVID, I had to learn distant education. So in those Zoom meetings, I would receive notifications on my phone, and the devil on one side would say, "Oh, just check it, no one will know." But the angel on the other side would say, "No, you might miss something important." I had to learn to listen to that angel. It was tough. With COVID, it seemed like too many of us experienced too much anxiety. In fact, if you look at the National Institute of Health, isolation caused by COVID led everyone's ACE score, and that's the adverse childhood experience, to raise. It was tough. I can't express how much I admire your grit, your determination, your resiliency to persevere and to graduate here. You guys are all awesome. So let's give you guys a hand. So I'm hoping now that you'll indulge me a little bit, and I want to give you a message that I'm using right now for this moment in time, and I'm hoping that you'll find it beneficial too. Too often, too many people now are just surviving. They're just getting by. They're just rolling with the punches. But I was talking to my wife one night, I go, life has to be more than just surviving. We need to live. But how can we live when we've just been surviving for so long? While there are many, many, many answers to that question, I want to share one strategy that I'm trying to implement myself, sometimes successfully, sometimes not successfully. But I strive to be happy in these little, small, everyday moments. So the first thing I like to ask you is, like, how do you know if you're happy? Do you smile? I know for me, my wife says that I tend to smile with my eyes. Do you feel yourself present in the moment? In fact, you don't want that moment to ever end. Do you find yourself engaged in what's called flow? And flow is when you're so engaged with a task that 3 hours seems like 15 minutes. So how do you know when you're happy? And then what I'm trying to do now is experience those as much as possible in the small, little, everyday moments of life. I like to experience that in nature. When I hear the birds sing, I go like, wow, I'm happy right now, and I smile. And then my wife could see it in my eyes. I feel that when I'm engaged in those tasks, especially when I play pickleball with my wife. I feel that when I'm surrounded by my favorite people in the world, my children, Reed and Sierra, when they bounce and they laugh and they smile on the trampoline. It's in those moments that I feel like, wow, I'm actually alive again, and it feels good. When we experience those moments of happiness, Sean Acker suggests that we experience what's called a happiness advantage. And if you want to watch a really great, a hilarious 11-minute TED Talk, Google The Happy Secret to Better Work. But according to Acker, when our brains are happy and positive, we perform significantly better. When we're happy, our brain releases dopamine, which not only makes us happier, but it also activates the learning centers in our brains. So being happy actually makes us smarter people. Isn't that pretty awesome? Yes. And what can happen if we could stack these small, brief, everyday moments, one on top of the other? I'm finding out, yes, we can live again. And who knows? Maybe if I stack enough of those, maybe I could go from living to actually thriving again. I'm not there yet. I'm still working on it. But there is a goal in there. So I'd like to leave you with this last thought. If you could wish for anything at all in the world, what would you wish for? And this is how I'm trying to answer that question. For everything to be exactly as it is right now. Because right now, we have everything we need to be happy. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Conkle. I now invite Dr. Rebecca Boquicchio, Vice President of Instruction for Sierra College, to the podium for the presentation of the graduates.
Well, thank you. I am pleased to inform you that the members of the class of 2022 have satisfactorily completed the requirements for the Associate in Arts or Associate in Science degrees and are eligible for graduation from Sierra College. Will the class of 2022 please come forward to receive your degrees?
Here we go. Let's see how well I can pronounce names. Wish me well.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Thank you. Abigail Lynn Liller, AA, Applied Art and Design, Digital Media, Honors. Aubrey Bell Teckham, AA, Spanish, Honors. Jordan Joseph Atkins, AS, Social and Behavioral Sciences, Honors. Rubina Laura McDonald, AS, for Transfer, Administration of Justice, Honors. Orion Ariel Perez, AA, for Transfer, Psychology. Tiger Lily Kibbe, AS, Natural Science, Honors. Lola Olivia Becerra Purcell, AS, for Transfer, Administration of Justice. Nyana Ruth Ferntree, AS, Natural Science, Honors. Rose Elizabeth Casey, AA, for Transfer, Psychology, Honors. Chloe Renee Johnston, AS, Allied Health General, Honors. Faye Costrin, excuse me. Faye Castrovinci, AS, Allied Health General, Honors. I want to get it right. Sienna Lauren Nelson, AS, Natural Science, Honors. Cassie Renee, there's a fan in the audience. Cassie Renee Thompson, AA, for Transfer, Psychology. Sarah Jane Pixley, AS, Natural Science, Honors. Olivia Grace Petty, AS, Natural Science. Brianna Elise Stone, AA, Arts and Cultures, Honors. Amy Renee Rudolph, AS, Social and Behavioral Sciences. Justin Alexander Schoberg, AS, Applied Art and Design, Digital Media. Alexis Marie Zenolik? Well, was I close? Zenolik? AA, Arts and Cultures. Aya Ishmael, AA, for Transfer, Psychology, Honors. Alyssa Mackenzie Ross, AA for transfer, psychology honors. Christy Ann Ballard, AS, Allied Health, pre-nursing. Bethel Michelle Branton, AS, Allied Health, General. Orma Jean Catherine Rose Forrest, AS, Psychology Honors. Jessica Lynn McKnight, AS, Natural Science Honors. Melissa Ann Lemis, AA for transfer, psychology honors. Elmas. It's Melissa Ann Elmas. Tiana Damat, AS, Natural Science, Honors. I probably heard it. Vanessa Lynn Richards, AS, Natural Science, Honors. Daphne Nell Costantino, AA, Social and Behavioral Sciences, Honors. Lillian Kathleen Porter, AA, Applied Art and Design, Illustration, Honors. Marianne Lynette Olivier, AA for transfer, psychology. Kirsten Itsuyo Mayazumi, AS, Natural Science. Isabel Rosadelia Aldana, AS, Sustainable Agriculture. Noemi Ortega, AS, Allied Health, General. Sonny Maria Ornelas, AS for transfer, biology honors. Kelly Christian Ferrante, AS, Social and Behavioral Sciences, honors. Tanya Arlene Hurst, AA, Social and Behavioral Sciences. Isabel Margaret Marie Cole, AS, Allied Health, General Honors. Jessie Taylor Barkia, AA for transfer, English. Sonam Shah Takuri, AS for transfer, business administration, honors. Madeline Ethelyn Kemp, AS, Applied Art and Design, illustration. Susan Alice Tolman, AA, Administration of Justice, Law Enforcement. Jacob Aaron McBride, AA, Psychology. Delmiro Jesus Carrillo, AS, Social and Behavioral Sciences. Let me start that all over again. How about that? Delmiro Jesus Carrillo. Now we got it. AS, Social and Behavioral Sciences. Rebecca Renee McCree, AS, Social and Behavioral Sciences. Lacey Ann Chiddock, AS, Natural Science. Brooke Lampy Condon, AS, Social and Behavioral Sciences. Ziana Lee Ramsey, AS, for Transfer, Behavioral Sciences. Mark Christian Daniel Zing, AS, Photography and Video. Jacob William Bennett, AA, Accounting. Cora Camelia Borello, AS, Allied Health, General. Elizabeth Angelina Young, AS, Allied Health, General. Rachel Diane Rogers, AA, for Transfer, Studio Arts. Hannah Grace Rogers, AA, for Transfer, Studio Arts. Jennifer Lynn Farinas Adana, AS, Social and Behavioral Sciences. Orrin Veston Stallings, AS, Mechatronics Technology. Cesar Kidwell Kiesner, AS, Applied Art and Design, Digital Media. Zachary Franklin Doherty, AS, for Transfer, Early Childhood Education, Honors. Jennifer Rose Rolnick, AS, Social and Behavioral Sciences, Honors. We practiced this a little bit, as a matter of fact. Jennifer Michelle Pearson, AA, Accounting, Honors. Phelan Therese Burns, AS, Social and Behavioral Sciences. Caitlin Elizabeth Rickle, A.S., Social and Behavioral Sciences. Lenice Raylene Moncrief, AA for Transfer Well, wonderful. Congratulations, graduates. And now you know what you get to do. Remember? The tassels. Move your tassels over. Yay! So we are at the close of our ceremony. Just a few more comments. Graduates, their families, and guests are warmly invited to join us for a reception hosted by the Superintendent President, Mr. William Duncan, and the Nevada County Campus Council of the Sierra College Foundation. This reception will be held at our quad located on the west end of campus. Please come, enjoy the refreshments. They're good this year, by the way. I have that on good authority. There will be photo opportunities, and graduates, please remember to visit the Alumni Association table. We'd like to stay in contact with you, and that's our way. So just follow the staff, and I think there might be balloons marking your path. You really just can't miss it. And guests, if you could please remain seated while we proceed with the recessional. Thank you.